Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Motorhead Garage is presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Diesel engines these days, more popular than ever. They're also working harder than ever, but the fuels aren't keeping up, Jeff. So what are some of the problems fuels are having today in diesel engines like this one?
The biggest issue that we see today is there isn't detergent in diesel fuel to protect these engines. Also, the engines themselves, diesel engines, need more cetane improver to help fully combust the fuel.
For folks that may not know, what is cetane?
Cetane is a combustion improver for diesel fuel. Much like you have a octane rating for gasoline, there's a cetane rating for diesel fuel. Engine manufacturers, they want 50. The minimum requirement from a refining perspective is 40. So the more cetane that you can have in the diesel fuel, the better the fuel is going to combust at lower temperatures inside the cylinder, allowing you to burn more fuel, producing less exhaust, which in turn will help decrease the amount of regen issues that people are having because we're producing less particulate and black smoke.
So how have you folks at Power Service Products made it possible to get the most out of our diesel engines?
We've put it in a bottle. We put it in a bottle. We're actively working with retail chains so that when you pull up to the pump, you can get it right out of the pump. You know, Come and Go is a perfect example in the Midwest of where you can get diesel clean performance year round.
And it's the same product I can get in a bottle at home.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the gasoline industry has minimum additive requirements for detergent. Diesel fuel does not have a minimum requirement for detergency. The engine manufacturers want it significantly. When you're dealing with the newer, higher pressure modern diesel engine, the fuel is going to be exposed to significant heat, pressure that causes the fuel to break down over time. As it breaks down, it's going to form deposits, both on the internal portions of the injector, but also on the external. When you have those deposit buildups, you're not able to finally atomize the fuel. So in order to really provide peak efficiency and operation of your diesel engine, you really need to be running a product like Diesel Clean on a regular basis.
And if I'm not, and the engine starts to decline, what am I going to notice as a driver, as an owner?
I think the biggest thing that you're going to notice is you're not going to get the 20 miles per gallon that you got when it was new. That's one of the benefits that you get in using Diesel Clean is we're providing you with a cleanup level of detergent performance that allows you to restore all that lost fuel economy. So if you're finding on your truck that you're now at 17.5 instead of 20 or 18, we will be able to restore that fuel economy back to the like new performance.
And nobody can give you more than what the manufacturer says you're going to get out of without a major tune-up or something like that.
Correct. Besides tuning and things like that, the additives themselves are not going to give you more fuel economy than that engine is rated for.
But you'll bring it up to where it should be.
We are focused on restoring and maintaining the fuel economy that engine got when you drove it off the lot.
If I can't get Diesel Clean at the pump, I want to put it in my vehicle at home. How often do I need to do it, first of all?
Well, I had somebody tell me one time when I asked that question early in my sales career, they said, how often do you want it to work? So I recommend that you use it every time you fill up. At the least, I would say preferably on a monthly basis. Fuels are expensive today, but these trucks are $100,000 now. So it's a pretty safe insurance policy to use the product all the time to protect the engine.
This Ram has a dual flap system, which means it makes it difficult to get a product into the tank. How has Power Service Products solved that problem?
You know, that flap system and the pitch of it is difficult. So we spent 2 years developing a bottle that would penetrate both flaps, and our old design on our 16-ounce container really didn't allow me to use the product in my Dodge without the use of a funnel. So we wanted to make sure that we had a product that was easy for consumers to use, that didn't spill on the side of the truck, to make sure that the product gets in, that you're able to use all the product. As we say, pop, pour, and go.
All right, well, that's the Diesel Clean. You also brought with you clear diesel. I know these days there's a lot of biodiesels out there, and how's that affecting performance?
As it pertains to water and bacteria and fungus, biodiesels do bring a little bit more moisture into the fuel system, and the biodiesel itself can be a food source. But biodiesel in itself is a really good lubricant for the engine. So the thing that I would recommend doing is using a product like Clear Diesel on a quarterly basis to manage that water, to disperse the water so that it doesn't become a problem. If you don't have water in the fuel system, then you cannot have bacteria and fungus. And that's really the benefit that you will see of using Clear Diesel on a regular basis, in addition to the stability for long storage, whether it's combines, tractors, RVs, and boats.
Power Service Products, the only injector cleaner for diesels endorsed by Cummins, also used by Walmart Transportation for their entire fleet. It's going to be great for your vehicle as well. Go to powerservice.com. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, so keep it right here.